Welcome into Eye on MLB. I'm Tom Vandervoort. Eye on MLB brought to you each and every week by Sony's new Xperia Ion smartphone. Bob Hille, our chief of correspondence, here to talk about the AL East, a very tough division, maybe the toughest in all of baseball. And certainly, Bob, you look at the New York Yankees, they appear to be the division winner. But when you look at the rest of the division, you got a bunch of teams that are probably scrambling for one of the wild cards.
It's that same old math problem that we faced even before they expanded the playoffs this year. You know, you look at 3 or 4 teams with one spot, because if you look at what the Los Angeles Angels are doing out in the AL West, chasing the Texas Rangers, you've got to think one of those 2 teams is going to end up with one of the wild cards. So now you've got the Orioles and the Red Sox, the Blue Jays, the Rays, everybody else kind of bubbling in that same spot, looking for one playoff spot.
Can we dispense with Toronto? I mean, can we say that they've got too much to overcome to get there?
You know, it's funny because the way the schedule is set up now, you know, they're 2.5 games out of the wild card spot, so that's a little small of a sample to say, gosh, now they're out of it. So I think now you've got to say their pitching problems, the injuries are really going to force them to struggle or make big moves here at the trade deadline. So of all the teams that are out there, they're probably the one that's lagging the most.
And so do they need to think about selling, or do they need to just wait and kind of see how things play out?
Well, that's what Alex Anthopoulos gets paid a lot of money for. They've got to sit there and look at their roster, look at their schedule, see what their strengths are, see what their weaknesses are, and then see if they can fill enough of those weaknesses to really be a contender. Looks like a stretch to me. I think they've got to be sellers.
How about the Baltimore Orioles? That's sort of the surprise team, I would say.
Great story. I think you're looking at an Orioles team that may be one of those teams that says, it's been a while since we've been this close. Let's go all in. Let's look at maybe a Zach Greinke or a Cole Hamels to do what we need to do to get into the playoffs, because once you're in the tournament, you never know what will happen.
Right. And then, of course, the Rays with their great pitching, the Red Sox with their great hitting. What are those 2 teams looking to accomplish?
Well, I was talking with Stan McNeil, our baseball insider, and he was saying that the Rays are sitting there teetering because they're not sure whether they're going to have to trade one of their pitchers. James Shields is one of those names that's out there right now, so they're even not sure, and they're a half game out of the wild card spot. So that's how close this math problem is.
And with all the struggles the Red Sox have had, especially early in the season, they're right there.
They really are. You know, they have played great baseball since that horrible start, and I think they look at if they can get healthy, if they can get their hitters hitting where they need to in the lineup, get everybody healthy, they should be in good shape.
And the Yankees, no problems.
Well, no problems in making the playoffs. I think they've still got pitching concerns, so they may be out there trolling for a pitcher by the deadline too, because their goals are a little higher than just making the playoffs.
Right.
You know, it's all or nothing for them.
I mean, is there a chance that they go after one of those 2 big-name pitchers?
Well, they could, although, you know, there's already been talk. Brian Cashman said he's not sure that Zach Greinke is a fit in the big city of New York. You know, Greinke has had some problems in off-the-field things, so that's a good question.
All right, that's our look at the AL East, brought to you, of course, by Sony's new Xperia Ion smartphone. I'm Tom Vandervoort for Bob Hille. We'll see you next time.